Hello, hello. Good evening, morning, afternoon, all that jazz, all the time zones. Hope you all had a good week so far. VB React continues, so hold off on chatting about those so far. I mean, people need to learn to contain their damn excitement. I already know about the damn spears. Oh, didn't you say you have links to share with me before I take a look at the expansion stuff? Despite what you may think, it seems you and Reddit do share a brain cell. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't like that statement. I don't want to share a brain cell with Reddit. I shall link you the new HD icon for the expansion. Okay, fine. Why? Janthir Wilds is the name of the expansion, so I know about that. Oh, come on! It took me a few seconds to understand what that is. They made a mistake in designing the logo for Janthir Wilds. They made a tremendous mistake. Here's to another year of butt plugs. Alright, and for the end of this saga, it seems even the devs have taken notice. Uh-oh. What's wrong with you? I didn't need to see that. Announcing Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds. I guess we're beginning things with the video.
It may be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
Think there are any White Mantle left in the area?
White Mantle?
Rumors.
Janthir. A storm looms over that place.
Oh, she's back!
That is not a territory I wish to cross.
My bear kin have lived in Janthir longer than your cities have stood tall.
Bear people? Oh, they already got some animations for the spears.
Is...
Keith is back! I'm in. I'm in. Keith is back.
Sure,
That's what I needed. That's what I said. Like, we needed the old gang back.
A false god.
Best girl is back. Guild Wars 2. Janthir butt plugs.
Is no longer home to me. But perhaps it can be for you.
So I'm guessing this is gonna be the new like city hub, where just like Arborstone, you level up the mastery and like get more stuff. Janthir Wilds, August 20th. August 20th? That's a little less than 3 months because we got the last Soto update a couple weeks ago. Now that I've got a closer look at, you know, the architecture of this place, it reminds me more of Skyrim. Oh, and that was Zeno! Thank you, Zeno! Zeno, thank you so much for the 80. Congrats on your new gathering tools and player housing furniture. You say player housing again. So I'm getting this wrong? This is not a new hub? It's actually housing? Bingo. Home sweet homestead. It's housing. I was not expecting this. Because I thought this was unlikely that Guild Wars 2 was ever gonna get housing. Okay. So if they're getting housing, how robust is... Now I'm thinking about, like, how involved is the decorating system going to be? Like, is it going to be as basic as the garrisons in World of Warcraft? Or is it going to be as complex as the decorating system in Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know. The true endgame content, Housing Wars 2. That'd be, I mean, if I can, you know, if we can get really creative, I'd be excited for this. One of the devs is working on it is from The Sims 4? Who's starting the Guild Wars 2 RP venue. Oh my god, is that gonna happen? It's a Sims 4 developer that is most likely working on this system. That is interesting. All right, so that gives me a lot more hope for this thing. Because if you did not tell me that, I would have assumed it was more like the garrisons in WoW. That is cool. All right, I mean, I've played The Sims 4. I know how, decorating is like in that game. I played it for a few hours. If it's anything like that, this is gonna be pretty awesome. Oh damn! I can see myself playing around with this. Guildhall, there isn't really much you can change around and manipulate. You can just add stuff and tack things on to the existing environment, but that's about it. If this is more involved and this can lead to more creative expression, I can, get into it and probably hunt, for decorations and all that stuff. At the launch of Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds, you'll explore 2 new maps as you seek an alliance with the Lowland Coden. What? I'm reading!
Housing competition stream.
Ooh! Hey, that's a great idea! That's
Housing hot tub stream.
No, that's not gonna happen. I'm not doing that ever again. But, I'll probably do something like that, where I just go around and, review people's homes, explore additional story in a 3rd new map, craft a legendary spear, and backpack. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. What do you mean, a new backpack? I'm almost done with my current one. Are you kidding me?
Get both.
No! I don't need to! I only need one! I worked so hard for that fractal backpack, and I'm almost done. And then they announced this! I'm crying. Alright, well, cool, I guess. I mean, great for people who have not started on a legendary backpack, because I'm assuming this is going to be an open world PvE backpack or something. That's excellent. That's great. Unfortunately for me, I don't need it. Same thing with the legendary spear. I already have one. Previously only available for underwater combat, spears will now have all new skills for each profession on land. There you go. Raids and encounters. Wait, what? You'll get to challenge a new raid! Comprising of 3 encounters. The story of these encounters will be accessible in 2 ways. Through a classic 10-player raid instance, our 8th raid. Wow. I'm gonna have to eat my own words. I apologize. I told you guys that this is very unlikely to happen. I am wrong. Classic 10-player raid instance, or with large groups in... What? So it's gonna be in the open world, not in an instance? I'm a little confused. No, I don't even know what to think of this. I will say this. I'm not that jazzed about, the new raid, because I much prefer strikes. I told you guys this, many times. I much prefer, having an instance where it has the boss fight. I get in, no trash mobs, we do the boss fight, and then we get out. That's much more palatable for me. I don't like spending hours, on a particular instance. But that's great for the raiding community, I suppose. Most likely, I'll do the open world version, because if it's the same story, then I'll just do the open world version and not touch the raid. Again, I don't really enjoy raids. In Janthir Wilds, the Warclaw mount will be featured with new mechanics. Oh, interesting. How are they gonna make the Warclaw unique and different from the other land mounts? And we've got one final thing to share for now. Over the course of the coming year, we'll also be seeking input from the community on a new PvP game mode we aim to implement. Don't know what to make of that. I'm not a PvP person, so I don't know. Alright. Guild Wars 2 is coming to the Epic Games Store, but it's already on Steam. What's the point? It's not like the Epic Games Store has a larger install base. Okay, I mean, for the 10 people who refuse to use Steam and still use Epic Games, You can play Guild Wars 2 now. Congratulations, you 10 people. Alright. And that's all they have for now. Okay. Very excited for this new expansion, Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds. I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to the maps, the story, the new weapons for sure. The weapons are is what I'm looking forward to the most. Also, the housing thing got me, very interested. A little concerned that it's not going to be as involved or as robust as, Final Fantasy XIV's housing system, but I can see myself, playing around with that a lot, collecting decorations and making my own home, and probably checking out other people's houses and maybe even reviewing them. That could be some fun content. Are we gonna get like RP venue things like Final Fantasy XIV? I don't think so. I don't know. It really comes down to the decorations. Depending on what kind of decorations you get, that'll decide, what people come up with. I doubt we're gonna see anything like nightclubs or cafes, restaurants, a pizzeria or whatever. But if they can expand that feature and, let people get even more creative over the coming years, that'd be pretty sweet. I would like to see stuff like that. Yeah, you know what? I can see them making bank off of Gem Store. Oh my god, oh man, I'm just realizing something. Because if they start putting most of their decorations on the Gem Store, then that's gonna be an issue. That's gonna make me less likely to decorate my home, because I don't want to be, nickel and dimed for decorations. Yeah, I really, really hope they don't go in that direction. I want to be able to earn the decorations in game. I wonder how many people will be able to enter, limited to party of 5 or more. You bring up a good point. I would hope that, large groups of people can come over to your homestead. If it's just a party of 5, then that would be pretty lame. Let us bring a whole squad into the house and rave. Yeah, for real. Let us rave. We want raves in Guild Wars. ArenaNet. If you have to put it in the Gem Store, then so be it. But please provide us a stripper pole. Please. I guess that's all for announcements. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to everything announced in that, except for the raid. You guys can enjoy the raid. I couldn't care less. I'm a little sad, though. Does that mean that there's not going to be any strikes for at least another year? Because I love strikes. If no more strikes for another year, then that's going to make me a sad bean. Preach immediately took note of this expansion. He's 100% playing it. Oh yeah, of course he is, because he saw a new raid and he's like, oh, that's all I care about. He's all about, the time wasters. He grew up playing WoW, so he's gonna be, into, the kind of content that he's very familiar with. The archaic, outdated kind of content. In my opinion, it's archaic. But yeah, I have pretty much the exact opposite tastes that Preach has. Preach, loves those encounters. I hate those encounters. And the encounters that I love, he hates. Like, he loves Raid 6. I despise Raid 6. He hates Raid 7. I love Raid 7. I love strikes. He doesn't like strikes a lot. I mean, he kind of likes them, but he doesn't prefer them. While I do. I prefer the strikes. The thing is like, raids take up too much of my time. I don't want to spend more than a few hours, doing something like that. I just want to get in, get out, have some fun. I don't want to devote, too much time. I've got other things to do. And I doubt, the average adult has time for a raid anymore either. Imagine the average adult Guild Wars 2 player with a 9-to-5 job. They come back home, they want to play some Guild Wars 2, and they only have a couple of hours to play. They would have time for strikes and fractals and maybe metas. Raids? Yeah, that's not going to happen. They, got other shit to do. They got a family. Or they just play other video games. That's why I think, raids are dated.